Good morning, healthy peeps. This is Amirah B bringing you Amirah B Fits 2 cents in 2 minutes. A lot of times people ask me about how to prepare tofu that has a meatier, tougher texture than it would if you just sort of make it when you get it in the package. And the key to that is it's the way you store the tofu. Now, tofu is made from soybean through a fermenting process, so it's typically sort of mushy, and a lot of people don't like that texture. So that's why I get asked a lot of times, how do you get the meatier texture? So for those of you who are still eating tofu, I just wanted to give you some key tips and pointers on how to get the texture a little more palatable. So what you'll need is a pair of scissors, your package of tofu, and it's best to get organic. Most soybeans, they're GM for one thing, and then you at least want to cut down on the pesticides and herbicides. So I would advise you get organic tofu. And the last thing you'll need is your plastic freezer bag or any type of container or bag that you can use to store it in the freezer, because that's what we're going to do with it. So let's get started. So we're going to cut open the package of tofu with the scissors. Okay, once we open up the package, what we're going to do is drain the water out and take the tofu out of the package. And we're just going to sort of let the water drip off of the tofu. It doesn't have to be any extensive draining process, just this is fine. Then we're going to take our Ziploc bag, and we're going to take the tofu and just simply put it in the Ziploc bag. Shake off the excess water, zip it up. And from here, we're just going to put it in the freezer. So you can leave it in the freezer. I mean, I've left mine in the freezer for up to a month at least. And you can leave it in there longer than that, I believe. I would say you can leave it in there for a few months. But it's good to go once you put it in the freezer bag and put it in the freezer. Once you take it out of the freezer to use it to cook something, all you're going to do is take it out, let it thaw out. I usually let it thaw out about 3/4 of the way. I don't let it thaw out too much, because when you go to slice it, it's just a lot easier if it still has the toughness that freezing it gives it. So I usually let it thaw out about 3/4 of the way, and then I take the tofu out of the bag and I sort of squeeze the water out of the tofu like this, gently with the palms of my hands, and I just keep doing that until the excess water comes out. And you'll get used to it once you've done it a few times, but I mean, I just sort of turn it around in all 4 directions and just keep squeezing the water until the excess water is gone. And that is what really gives it the meatier texture. A lot of people just don't really eat tofu because of the texture. So this is a nice trick to do, just to get the texture that you want, that's more palatable for maybe you or your friends or whoever. And you'll start to see that you can use it in pretty much every dish. I mean, it's really versatile. As far as marinating it, if you do want to marinate it, I would just follow all those procedures, and then once I've drained the water out, I would prepare the marinade and then let it marinate in whatever it is you're marinating in it, and then just go and prepare it. So that's this week's Amirah B's 2 cents in 2 minutes.